Welcome back. This is Mosniba, and we want to create a GA drawing from this model you're seeing on the screen here. This is a truss structure, a bigger structure, and we've used a truss as our rafter. Now we want to create a GA drawing from this. So if I zoom close, you'll be able to see we have everything in place. So the next thing we want just to do is how we can create a GA drawing from here. So you can see the doors have been defined, all the connections have been defined. You can see that. If I come inside here, you can see the truss is slightly bigger, or the structure is slightly bigger. So the next thing, let's just go straight to start creating the GA drawing. Now to create the GA drawing, we'll go straight to drawings and reports here. So under drawings and report, we have all the tools available for us to generate that particular drawing. So we have the tool here, perform numbering, and since we had done the numbering initially, and you can also go ahead and create some numbering as well because we've done some few modification. So I'll go ahead and click perform numbering. So inside here, I'll just go ahead and renumber and click apply and start numbering. So I'll give it some time to apply numbering. So if we see this indication that numbering is complete, just go ahead and click OK. So just go ahead and close that once again. Now we are inside drawings and report, and we want to go to our drawing section where we'll be able to find all the drawings, and that is a drawing manager. So under drawing manager, to access drawing manager, just double click here, or you can click on this drawing here. You can just double click on the drawing there, or just click on the drawing. So inside here, you can also go back by clicking on this button on here or here, the bottom end here. So let me just click on that. So this will take us back to 3D view. So let's go back to drawing on a different way. So I'll double click on the drawing or press Ctrl D, and this will take us here. So let's go to drawing manager. I'll double click on drawing manager, and we'll have this in place. So I want to create a GA drawing. I'll come to create drawing right there. So once I click create drawing, I'll come here and just create a name for that particular drawing. So I'll just type GA 001, and the rest I'll leave as it is, and I'll go ahead and click. If we want to add some few notes, or you want to change the drawing type, you can change, but in our case this is a still general arrangement, so I'll just go ahead and click OK. So once you click OK, that drawing will be added to this list. So remember, this list we can extend all the way to several lists. So our first list is GA001. The paper size is A1, and the type is still general arrangement. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just double click on it to open it, and if I want to save, do you want to save? Just click yes. So I'll open it once again. Do you need to save the changes, or do you want to save changes? No, I'll just go ahead and click yes once again, then I'll close this. So once I close, I'll have my borderline where I'll be placing my drawings into. Now in here is where we'll place all the drawings. So I'll have all the views on my Explorer here. So I'll be able just to pick the type of drawing I want to create a GA for, or general arrangement for. So we have the 3D. So if you want the 3D also, you can generate. If you want to generate elevations along these view lines, you can create. So let's first begin with a view line 1. So if I right click on the view line 1 and click create viewport, I'll give it some time, and a GA drawing for that particular drawing has been created. So you can see that. So if you need some more modification on this, you can just double click on it. And since our interest is just the truss, we don't want to see the gable side of this, because on the gable side we have the portal frame. So we want to see the truss. So this one, we'll just get rid of it. Just select on the viewport, right click, and just select on the viewport and type delete on your keyboard and click yes. You want to delete that. Your selection includes some viewports. Do you want to delete? Yes, I want to delete everything. So let's pick view 2. I'll right click and create a viewport right there. So we'll have a viewport there. So this is how it looks. So we can further modify this. I'll just double click on my viewport and I can go ahead and change some settings here. So under elevation, I don't need plan at elevation 7 meters. I'll change this to elevation elevation along grid line 1, grid line 2, not 1. So I'll leave it that way. I'll give that and you see that responding immediately. You can also go further and add some dimensions, and to add dimensions, come to dimension there. Then we have various ways you can do your dimensions. You have strictly horizontal dimensions, and you have strictly vertical, and you have aligned dimensions. So to measure horizontally, just select horizontal there, then snap on the bottom end there. Then let me just create some dimensions there, then right click. So we have our dimensions in place. So I can select that and mouse over there and right click, and I have my dimension in place. So I can mouse there and mouse here and right click, and I'll have my dimension in place. Let me just mouse over there. Then I'll snap here once again and move all the way to that spot and just mouse there and right click. We have our dimension in place. So let me add the overall length. I'll snap there and move all the way to this far end here and snap there, then come right to the bottom end here and right click. So we have my overall length there. You can also have the vertical dimension. Let's try vertical dimension. So if I come here and snap at the bottom, at the top end of the plate here, this is the top end of the plate. So I would prefer to pick at the bottom of the plate, because the plate will be sitting right on the top of the concrete base. So I'll take the full measurement from the bottom of the plate. So I'll snap on that spot and zoom up and time it and select on that spot. Then if I take it aside like that and left click, I'll be able to see the overall length is 5 meters. You can see that. So have everything in place. You can see that. You can see that. So that's how you add it. You can create a GA drawing. We can go further and maybe to create a 3D. So select on 3D view, then create. Go ahead and click create. So we'll get some time to create that. So if we zoom out, we'll be able to see we have this in place. So we need to slightly comb it up so that we have a full view of this. And to comb it up, just select or double click on the view. Then we come to filtering and we reset our XYZ limits. So reset that and click apply and give it some time to respond to that. So let me come here and click partial and click apply and give some time. It's not responding, but we'll go ahead and reset it once again to full or click apply. Let me give it a full option, then apply. Perfect. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going just to double click here. Once I've double clicked on that spot, I'll try to change the scale to 100 and I'll click apply. Then come back to filtering and reset my XYZ plane, then click apply. I'll go back and change my scale probably to 150 and I click apply and come back to filtering here and reset my XYZ plane and click apply. We can go further and minimize and scale it down until it fits our need. Then we can just go ahead and close that and try double click there and fit and fit it inside. You can also further just go ahead and double click on it so that you narrow it down properly. You can just make it 200. 200 will be okay. If I click on that, then come to filtering and reset my XYZ plane. If I apply that, I think it will now adjust itself properly. But let's leave it at that. Let me just click that and get rid of that, because the isometric view we don't need it for now. then we need the top view. We need the roof plan arrangement. We'll come here and right click and come to create viewport. So if I come to create viewport, we'll have these in place. So it's so big that it extends beyond our defined boundary where we intend to place our drawing. So I'll double click on the viewport here and change the scale to 120 and apply that and give it an OK. I'll cancel that, double click on it once again and change the scale to 120 and apply. So once I've applied that, I'll come here and fit. You can see the viewport is way big, so we can fit it, so it fits well in here. So if I zoom close, you'll be able to see we have some wrong identification of this particular drawing. We can come here and labeling and type here general arrangement, roof steelwork, roof plan, roof plan. You can just leave it at that. Roof plan at 7 meters. We can apply that and give it an OK there, and we have that in place. So that's how you can generate your general arrangement drawing. So we can also go ahead and create some drawings there. Let me just create another one there, and also create another one here, and also create I can create another one there. So that's how you do it. I can add so many views here. So that's how you can create that. Everything. Let me just try and create the plan at 0 level and create that. You can see we have the plan. So we just play with the scale. I can just give it a similar scale where I gave that. I'll come here and change this to 120 and click apply and fit my, once I fit my viewport, it will fit. Let me just delete that and delete that. You don't just bring everything and anything that is not necessary here. So let's just try and remove everything that we don't need. So I'll select this viewport and try to drag it up like that. I can fit it there. So that's how you go about that. You can also go ahead and start adding the dimensions like I had showed you. You pick that from that spot to that spot and right click. That spot to this spot and right click on that spot right there. So that's how you generate that. So thanks a lot for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. This is Morris Dimba, and let's meet on a different presentation apart from Truss creation. I think we've reached that end on the part of Truss. So it's been a series, and roughly I hope you've picked something out of that series. And let's meet on another presentation. Thanks, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye. This is Morris Dimba.